And welcome to the post-game Coach's Corner. I'm the Coach Dick Cox, joined by Coach Toney. Well, Coach Toney, the South Carolina Gamecocks have been through living misery the last 5 weeks of the season. About every bad thing that could happen to them did happen to them. And just when you think they've hit rock bottom, they hit it again. But tonight, they came out here on senior night at Brice Stadium, put it all together against Coastal Carolina, and came away with a 51-7 win.
Hey, you're right there, Coach. And all intents and purposes, the game was pretty much over on the Gamecocks' first series of play.
Yes, the very first offensive play of the game for the Sellers family couldn't have gone any better. Linares Sellers connected with younger brother Jaden Sellers on a 75-yard touchdown pass. And before the fans had even sat down good, the Gamecocks were already on the board by the score of 7-0.
Hey, you're right there, Coach. And then guess what happened on the second series for the Gamecocks?
Gamecocks again got on the scoreboard and went for two, I guess out of just wanting to try a trick play out. They were not successful. You practice these things all year long and you're running out of opportunities to do them. But again, South Carolina actually had a 20-0 lead with still 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
In that first quarter, boy, I tell you what, it was slow moving, but it was fast moving for the Gamecocks.
This season has been like where is Waldo, except it's where has Linares Sellers been. He's been missing in action all season. I know he got hurt against Vandy. Don't know if that affected him in any way there, though. But, man, we saw the Linares Sellers of last year emerge in a big way. He ran for 2 touchdowns and 82 yards tonight and passed for 274 yards and 2 touchdowns. But he had his hand in 4 touchdowns and 350 yards of total offense.
Hey, you're right there, Coach. That's the Linares that we had gotten accustomed to seeing here part of the year.
South Carolina, up until the point when Mike Shula was fired, was the only team in the country that had not accumulated at least 340 yards of total offense in a game. But tonight, they had 578 yards of total offense. Mike Furry was running plays, trick plays. And again, the guys seemed like they had a lot of fun on offense.
They did there, Coach. But I tell you, I think there's one thing that really kicked Coach Beamer off. Wasn't so much offensively, but it was that block punt which Coastal took it in for a touchdown.
And again, he said that they had gone over that on Tuesday. Yeah. They'd gone over it on Thursday. When asked what happened, he said somebody playing blank did not block. Right. And the guy ran clean right up the middle and blocked it, picked it up, or the Gamecock defense would have pitched a shutout.
That's right. You're right about that. But that was a perfectly blocked punt by the Chanticleers.
And it was so great tonight that Barry and I rode down in the elevator with Travian Robertson there, a man who back right before the season started, defensive line coach for the Gamecocks, probably should have died in a car accident, but the good Lord's not finished with him, and we're so thankful for that. But it was great to ride down, the 3 of us in the elevator together, and a blessing here at Thanksgiving time to see this man had recovered from a very, very tragic accident.
That's right. A lot of people, they didn't give him much chance to live and being involved in that.
No, and this was his first game back that Coach Beamer did not even know until a couple of days ago that he was going to be at the game tonight in the press box. But again, you know his players have missed him this year, and it was a blessing for them to get to have him back here at home celebrating after the game.
Yeah, you're right about that there, Coach. I'm sure he'll certainly be here next Saturday when the Clemson Tigers
again, next week is going to be interesting here. The Tigers with a big win today over Furman. Don't have the final score right now, but that made them bowl eligible. There has been some talk. Could South Carolina squeeze in if they did not have enough bowl teams with a 5-2 record? And Coach Beamer was asked that this week during one of his press conferences if he would go, and he said we'd be more than happy. I cannot speak for the athletic director or my president, but he said, I would love to go to a bowl and that opportunity arises. So it's not completely out of the picture. Crazier things have happened in this season of crazy football.
Hey, you're right about that, Coach. It's wild and woolly this night.
So the Gamecocks here in senior night, they've got one more home game next week at Williams-Brice Stadium. I'll be turning the keys over to Coach Toney to drive next week. That I'll be in Charleston celebrating with my daughter Katie and my grandpuppy Dolly. That my wife and I will be down there in Charleston watching Coach Toney take over the wheel drive.
Coach, I can't replace the legend there, Coach Cox. I'll do the best I can.
Well, a big win for the Gamecocks. They really needed this one. They needed something good to happen to this team with all the bad things that have happened. And Coach Beamer attributed this to the culture of the program, that these guys keep bouncing back. Like I had a chance to talk with a couple of defensive players, said, we don't look in the rearview mirror. We just keep going forward. The last 5 weeks, we're not looking back at that.
Well, like he said there, Coach, looking at rear view mirror, hey, sometimes you're going to be involved in a crash.
You're going to run off the road if you look in that rear view mirror. And I know that for a fact right there, though. So South Carolina with a huge win on senior night. The Linares Sellers debut, or excuse me, the coming out party of his brother.
That's right.
And for him together teaming up on the big stage, he was asked the question about when is he going to make a decision on next year. His brother Jalen grinned like he knows something we don't know. But Linares said he's just playing to get for this season right now. He's not worried about that. Jalen was asked, what should your brother do if you were giving him advice? And his final comment, he tried not to say anything, but he finally said about we want to stick together.
Right.
Now, that may be at South Carolina.
He had a little grin, didn't he?
It could be anywhere.
That's right.
But he said he personally wanted to keep playing together. I asked Linares now about the development of his brother. And I said, in a tough situation, do you feel comfortable looking for your brother? And he said, I sure do. So we would love to see the Sellers combination for another year, but it sure looked good tonight.
It certainly did. Coach, all this other speculation, we just have to wait and see.
Reporting for Cox Sports Broadcasting and Lindy Sports, he's Coach Toney. I'm Coach Cox. I want you to have a very blessed and happy Thanksgiving, and stop and reflect on the things that you are thankful for. And I know the Gamecocks sure are thankful for a win tonight.
Hey, you're right about that. And hey, I also wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and also go through an attitude of gratitude.
So until then, don't eat too much turkey. Gamecocks and Tigers here next Saturday afternoon at 12 o'clock at high noon. Coach Toney will be here to guide you through it.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Linares closer to me. Start with these here at the front.
Guys, I'm sure you've had the first play in the playbook maybe for a while, but how long did it take to kind of get it there, and how good did you feel just throwing it out there and having us score on the first play?
It was just RPO, just based off the leverage of the defender that he had over him, and he played the run, so we just spit it out there.
Jay, what did you see?
Seen wide open hole, got excited, knew I had to score. Like, that was really good.
Two questions, and it's for both of you. Who's the fastest, and did you ever, growing up, dream that you would have a pass to him for a touchdown and a catch from him in a college football game?
I'm the fastest. You got that other question?
I'm the fastest, but we thought about it just growing up playing together. We didn't play together till high school, so from then till now, it's the first college touchdown, obviously. So
Let's go in the back.
Make a play. That's really that's really good. Yeah.
Linares, what have you seen in Jaden's development as one of your go-to receivers, and do you feel comfortable in a tough situation of looking for him and that he can make a big play for you?
Yeah, just the growth from January to now. Like we played together in high school. So I mean, trust from then, and obviously he's my brother. So we talk a lot, just like picking his brain, seeing what he's thinking, what he sees, stuff like that. Asking him, not just him, really all the receivers, but yeah, I would trust him just because like it's my blood. So.
Jaden, on that touchdown run, kind of stumbled a little bit at the 40. What was going through your mind throughout that play?
I better not fall. I better not fall. It was too much green grass in front of me. I better not fall.
Right in front of Jordan.
Lenores, how long have you had the Brady Hunt tush push in the playbook?
I mean, it's just quarterback sneak. They would do it with me, just switching guys in and out there. Really, that's all it was.
Have you had the quarterback sneak in the playbook though?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think every team has that. That's just like common football sense.
I know, but I think this was the first time you guys ran it.
Yeah, that is. But I mean, on the 1 yard line, inch line or whatever. So.
Over here right now.
Lenore Sheen was talking about how it's been an emotional and tough season to this point. How much does a win like this, especially if you're running the offense, kind of help just ease the tension a little bit as you go into Clemson week?
Yeah, it just means a lot. Just the way we went out there after last week, like some teams could just go out there and just like, hey, like the season's over, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, we still got stuff to play for, still playing for names on our jerseys and stuff like that. So it's always good to go out there.
Last one to fill in the middle.
Jaden, do you have any brotherly advice for your brother about what he should do next season?
Nah. Nah, not really.
What's your desire?
Make sure we play together. Make sure we playing together. That's really all I can say.
All right, let these guys go. Appreciate you.
Thanks.